Do you think you've got far in music because you're a woman?
In what's
Just because you're a woman, because of your gender, do you think that because you're a woman you're doing really well in music?
Everyone. Morning. Do you know what we're doing today? Yeah! We're really excited.
With the Forté project's very own Dead Method. Boys, how you doing?
I'm here today at the Forté project, somewhere in the deepest, darkest parts of Cardiff. We are grilling the Forté 10, just kind of putting them into compromising interview situations where perhaps an interviewer would potentially ask a question that someone may not know the answer to, just to see, how they cope in those sorts of situations.
How are you finding it trying to fly as like a middle of the road band here? So how does it feel to be a Years and Years tribute act?
Great, yeah.
Bob?
Yeah, pretty. Didn't expect it, so
Well, I think the biggest thing about interviews is to actually look at taking control and bridging the gap between the fear of the unknown. The key thing is to develop your message. What do you want to get across into the listener? What key thing do you want people to know about you? So most people, when they know they're going to have an interview, the head goes... usually people go into thinking, what if I actually go blank and I forget what to say?
So whenever you are being interviewed, you're being interviewed for a reason. Have belief that somebody wants to know something about you.
One of my tips for interviews would be make sure that you answer the question in full. Don't do one-word answers. We want big, long, lengthy sentences to really show you're passionate about what you're saying.
Probably the biggest advice I could give to any band stepping into an interview situation is just know who the person is that you're talking to, maybe do a little bit of research on them. If you're kind of feeling like they may put you in a bad light, ask what questions they're going to ask you.
Because you could end up going into a room and an interviewer could ask you completely anything, as we'll find out with Hannah's interview. Yeah. So, how does it feel being born with a silver spoon in your mouth?
What does that mean?
Just mum and dad paying for everything.
Well, they don't, but also it's kind of interesting, like the kind of concept of like parents paying for everything. And it's cool that you brought that up actually, because it's like when people go to university, it's funded by parents and parents pay for it, and then when parents start to support creative projects such as music, it's seen as like, oh, you get everything. But it's also like I have to work for, like anytime I go up to London, it's my own money that I made through PRS from writing my own song and producing it. It is because it's nice to be able to discuss controversial things.
Sure. And what you get now is the fact that you haven't been to university, and the fact that this is your university. This is
exactly. And like my parents don't pay for things, not that matters, but if they do, then so do people pay for university. And I think
Your love and passion for music really came across in that interview.
Yeah, I've really realised that lately.
Method, it's been lovely.
Nice,
Thank you very much indeed for your time. Cheers. Thanks. I'm sorry for being intensely awkward.
Well done.
I like that. That was really. I was like, oh my god.